Do you still remember the exciting feeling of stepping into a bustling mall food court? The aroma of hot pizza, the sizzle of a steak, and a refreshing orange Julius made an entire day of shopping unforgettable. Restaurants like Breastlers, Folls, and Roers were once indispensable meeting spots, but now they only live on in memory. Today, we'll take a trip back in time to revisit 25 mall restaurants that have vanished. How many names do you still remember? Breastlers 33 Flavors? Breastlers 33 Flavors, a legendary ice cream brand that once took mall food courts by storm. Few know that during the challenging Great Depression era, William J. Breastler serendipitously discovered his ice cream formula at an air show, and from that chance moment, a legendary ice cream empire was born. From the 1960s, Breastlers began to grow robustly into a series of franchise stores, and by the 1980s, their vibrant signs and creamy, smooth ice cream offerings became familiar highlights in every mall across America. What truly made Breastlers' name was its famous 33 flavors, symbolizing the richness and endless joy that Breastlers brought in an era yearning for happiness. In 1985, upon Williams' passing, the company had expanded to over 400 locations and even ventured into international markets by 1996, solidifying its position. However, like many other mall icons, Breastlers gradually faded with time and ultimately disappeared in 2007, leaving behind only sweet memories lingering in the minds of those fortunate enough to experience its golden age. Roy Rogers. Anyone who was a fan of the American Old West style surely cannot forget Roy Rogers, a restaurant named after the legendary cowboy. This restaurant was not just an ordinary fast food joint, but also brought a unique Wild West ambiance with saddles and the clinking sound of metal. The most special highlight, which made Roy Rogers famous, was the Fixings Bar, a legendary self-serve topping station pioneering the do-it-yourself trend we see today, but which appeared decades ago. Whether you ordered roast beef, fried chicken, or a hearty burger, you could customize it to your liking, and that was truly special. Just imagine holding a hot burger in your hand, standing before a topping bar overflowing with crispy pickles, pungent diced onions, and countless signature sauces. You could unleash your creativity, adding as much as you desired, turning your sandwich into a true feast for the senses. But as tastes changed and newer chains streamlined their menus, Roy Rogers gradually disappeared from malls across the country. Nevertheless, for many, the memory of that dusty Western atmosphere and a custom-made sandwich is something that will never fade. Burger Chef.
Open wide, America! Burger Chef's got thick, juicy, terrific burgers for you. 100% all beef. We really work hard to serve them hot and delicious.
Burger Chef was once a formidable rival to McDonald's, bringing innovation that few expected. For a generation that grew up in the 1960s and 1970s, when bell-bottoms were in style and malls had fountains, Burger Chef redefined the concept of fast food. Their most unique feature was the Works Bar, a self-serve topping station that allowed customers to freely customize their burgers. You simply took your burger and headed to that magical self-serve counter, where pickles were unlimited and ketchup flowed freely like a stream. It once peaked with over 1,000 locations, many of them in bustling malls, even fiercely competing with McDonald's at one point. Nothing compared to the feeling of building your own burger under the bright orange lights, with the distant buzz of mall conversations echoing. However, as the fast food market became increasingly competitive, Burger Chef gradually lost its appeal and finally disappeared in the early 1980s. Which mall food is tied to your childhood memories? Tell us in the comments. Harvest House Cafeteria. Another quiet gem of early mall dining was Harvest House Cafeteria. Born from the renowned Woolworth Empire, Harvest House boasted a simple yet elegant beauty, distinct from noisy fast food joints. Many Harvest House locations surprised people with their refinement, featuring soft purple carpets underfoot, comfortable faux leather chairs, rustic brick walls, and large windows overlooking the bustling mall corridors. It wasn't just a place to eat, but a space to rest, to enjoy a cozy, complete meal. Harvest House's menu served hot meals, cool ice cream, a full, warm, and satisfying dinner, all at incredibly affordable prices, less than even a cup of coffee today. It was a place where a meal not only filled the stomach, but also warmed the soul, reminiscent of cozy family dinners. But sadly, by the 1990s, as Woolworth stores began to disappear from the shopping landscape, Harvest House quietly followed suit, leaving many with a longing for a bygone culinary style. York Steakhouse.
York Steakhouse, we serve the best in food and quality.
Who still remembers York Steakhouse? This chain launched in the 1960s and rapidly expanded throughout the 70s, becoming a top choice for a hearty, unpretentious meal that still offered the quality and comfort you desired. With its unique cafeteria-style service, you would choose your fragrant steak, creamy baked potato, and macaroni and cheese, or perhaps a slice of cornbread. All were surprisingly good quality for a mall restaurant. York Steakhouse offered a rare combination of value and comfort, a place where you could relax and enjoy a full meal even with your hands full of shopping bags. The cozy atmosphere, soft lighting, and plush upholstered chairs created a small oasis from the noise and bustle of the mall, a private and pleasant space. By the early 1990s, as mall dining became faster and more streamlined, York's slow sit-down charm lost its footing. Most locations disappeared, becoming only a gentle memory. Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor. Mentioning Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor like a sweet childhood dream you wish you could revisit. This wasn't just a simple ice cream shop. It was a true stage where waiters in candy-striped vests and straw hats ran through the dining room with incredible enthusiasm, creating a lively performance. When the colossal ice cream sundae named the Zoo paraded across the floor like a dazzling trophy, the beating drums and blaring trumpets filled with excitement, the entire room would hold its breath watching, then erupt in cheers and applause from both children and adults, creating an indescribable, joyful atmosphere. Farrell's created an experience far beyond simply eating ice cream. It was a party, a live performance, a vibrant childhood memory you couldn't find anywhere else. Families gathered not just to eat, but to revel in the pure joy of witnessing the chaos unfold in the most delightful way. But as time passed and mall dining spaces made way for quieter, more refined dessert chains, Farrell's gradually disappeared. Nevertheless, for those lucky enough to witness its delightful madness, the memory remains vivid. A swirl of laughter, fresh cream, and that last magical scoop of ice cream before it all vanished. Morrisons Cafeteria. Stepping into Morrisons, you would experience the traditional cafeteria service style with a familiar metal tray, a place where a meal felt less like fast food and more like a cozy Sunday dinner at Grandma's house. Morrisons offered a complete sit-down experience with your tray in hand, step-by-step selecting hot, familiar dishes as if cooked from a family kitchen. From rich stews, fresh vegetables, to sweet desserts, everything was prepared with dedication and love, providing a feeling of absolute fullness and comfort. It wasn't a place to rush, but a place to truly savor a meal, to feel warmth and peace amidst the bustling mall. For many, Morrisons was not just a restaurant, but a part of a memory of simplicity, sincerity, and traditional values. However, this cafeteria model gradually lost its standing, making way for the development of faster, more modern restaurants, leaving Morrisons as only a beautiful memory of slow, meaningful meals and family warmth that you will never forget. Orange Julius. If you're from the 70s or 80s, you surely remember the distinctive taste of Orange Julius, a legendary drink whose flavor was somewhere between ice cream and a dream, with a hint of vanilla swirled in citrus. The peculiar thing was that no one really knew what was in it, and honestly, no one really asked, because it was too delicious, too unique to worry about the secret recipe. Orange Julius was not just a refreshing drink, but an experience, a fizzy, creamy, half-smoothie, half-mystery beverage. The blend of sweet and sour orange with a light, creamy foam and a hint of vanilla created a unique refreshment, bringing a wonderfully invigorating sensation. This flavor became an indispensable part of mall trips. A cool Orange Julius after hours of tiring shopping was a simple yet incredibly meaningful joy. Even now, though it has disappeared, with some locations merging with Dairy Queen, that flavor still lingers in many people's memories, an aroma of childhood, of carefree summer afternoons. Sparrow. When talking about the pioneers of mall dining, Sparrow is certainly one of the first names to mention, a pizza empire that paved the way for an entirely new trend and shaped the eating habits of a whole generation. They opened their first location inside Kings Plaza Shopping Center in Brooklyn in 1970, transforming mall eating into a truly memorable and convenient experience for everyone. By the late 70s, buying a giant slice of Sparrow pizza had become a normal ritual, shared by teenagers, shoppers, and mall employees. It symbolized community connection and simple joy after work or an outing. Just step off the escalator, take a deep breath, and you'd smell the unmistakable aroma of garlic, melted cheese, and the distinctive scent of mall air conditioning blending together. That was the scent of a greasy, fragrant pizza slice. That triangular piece was so big you had to fold it in half to eat it. The crust was crispy, and the stringy cheese filling was enticing, a truly authentic and memorable culinary experience that few places could match. Although fast casual dining trends have evolved and changed, making Sparrow no longer the king it once was, the sweet memories of that colossal pizza still live on in the minds of those who once called it an icon of the mall food court. Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Introducing Kenny's brand new barbecue chicken, perfectly cooked and basted in a savory sauce. Try our downright kickin' barbecue chicken today.
Kenny Rogers Roasters. There's goodness here.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, founded by the country music legend Kenny Rogers himself in 1991, brought a rotisserie chicken concept that hadn't been common in grocery stores at the time. This place didn't just serve roasted chicken, it evoked the feeling of being back in dear Aunt Margie's kitchen, with quality comfort food and a warm country style, full of family affection and familiarity. The roasted chicken at Kenny Rogers Roasters was always moist and flavorful, seasoned and roasted with a unique recipe, accompanied by sides like smooth mashed potatoes and fresh collard greens, all prepared with love and meticulous care to deliver the best taste. It wasn't just a rushed fast meal, but a full, satisfying, and comforting one, a perfect choice for family dinner. I still chuckle remembering my cousin dropping his entire meal while trying to balance a tray and a large soda, only to turn around and see Kenny's smiling face on the wall. He saw the whole thing. We joked. Kenny Rogers Roasters left an indelible mark on the hearts of those who loved country cuisine and sought comfort and familiarity in their meals, a warm memory of unforgettable dining experiences. Hot Sam Pretzels. Let the aroma guide you back to the past, to the years when you stepped into the mall and the sweet scent of freshly baked pretzels wafted through the air, hitting you before you even saw the Hot Sam Pretzel sign. Founded in Michigan in the mid-1960s, Hot Sam quickly became an indispensable stop for shoppers craving a hot, crispy snack. Their soft, golden twisted pretzels, always served so hot they would fog up the clear plastic bags they came in, became a symbol of convenience and deliciousness. Whether you chose the classic salted twist, the one drenched in melted cheese, or the sweet cinnamon sugar version, they all came with the captivating little plastic cheese cups, creating a perfect combination. Finally, in the early 2000s, Hot Sam was merged into Pretzel Time, but the taste and memory of those hot, fragrant pretzels still live on in the minds of those who were lucky enough to enjoy them. If one of these restaurants was your favorite spot after shopping, hit like to help preserve that memory? Mrs. Fields?
Mrs. Fields, baking factory. You can make all kinds of treats. Mrs. Fields.
Mrs. Fields, founded by Debbie Fields in 1977, became an icon of warm, soft, freshly baked cookies, offering the perfect sweet moment for every mall trip. No shopping trip was complete without stopping here to enjoy a fragrant, still warm chocolate chip cookie, with chocolate melting throughout each bite, dissolving in your mouth. The taste of Mrs. Fields' cookies always made you feel like they were homemade, with love and meticulous care, as if they were your grandma's cookies. It wasn't just a simple dessert to satisfy a sweet craving, but also a sweet comfort, an indispensable part of memories of wandering through the mall when you needed a little energy and joy to continue your journey. Even as time passes and many new stores appear, the sweet taste and warm feeling from Mrs. Fields' cookies remain a cherished part of many people's souls, a flavor of childhood that never fades. Pup and Taco.
We come back tomorrow?
Among the disappeared mall restaurants, Pup and Taco was one of the strangest and most lovable names, described as lovable oddities, with a unique blend of American and Mexican styles. This was the only place you could order a hot dog, a crispy taco, and a cool root beer float on the same tray, a seemingly unrelated combination that created an incredibly interesting and unforgettable culinary experience. Pup and Taco was a symbol of limitless creativity and cultural fusion, where dining wasn't just about filling your stomach, but also an adventure for your taste buds. Each dish carried its own mark, but when combined, they created a distinctive symphony of flavors that only Pup and Taco could offer. Unfortunately, most Pup and Taco locations were eventually acquired by Taco Bell in the 80s, ending an era of bizarre yet captivating culinary fusion, leaving behind a nostalgia for a one-of-a-kind eatery. The Magic Pan,
Chicken tarragon.
And some Chardonnay. Magic.
Taste the magic.
The Magic Pan was a restaurant that brought sophistication and a touch of classic French style to the mall food court, featuring mesmerizing spinning crepe pans. This chain originally launched in the 1960s and reached its heyday in the 70s and early 80s, attracting customers with its dramatic and unique culinary art, turning dining into an experience. You would be captivated watching thin, delicate, golden-edged crepes made fresh before your eyes on those revolving pans, then skillfully folded with all sorts of fillings from creamy chicken and fragrant mushrooms to sweet strawberries and rich whipped cream. Each dish a masterpiece. The restaurant space was decorated in a French bistro style with soft lighting, charming small wooden tables, and elegant fresh flower vases, creating a luxurious and refined atmosphere, a peaceful oasis amidst the mall's hustle. The Magic Pan didn't just serve food, it offered a lively artistic performance. It was a place where you could feel as though you were in magnificent Paris, right in the heart of bustling America, a beautiful memory of luxury and refinement. Corn Dog 7. As you strolled through the mall food court, an unmistakable aroma would waft through the air, the scent of fried indulgence you could hardly resist. That was Corn Dog 7. This place proudly championed fried indulgence, transforming the simple corn dog into the ultimate guilty pleasure everyone wanted to taste. Corn Dog 7 wasn't just a fast food counter. It was a symbol of comfort and simple joy, a perfect snack to recharge after long hours of shopping. Imagine a golden fried corn dog, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, with a hot sausage core all conveniently skewered. Its enticing scent permeated every corner, evoking a yearning to take a bite, to immerse yourself in its rich, savory flavor. Today, Corn Dog 7 is no longer as ubiquitous as it once was, but the memory of its distinctive taste and the feeling of indulging oneself still linger, an indispensable part of many people's culinary memories. Great Steak and Potato Company. For those craving a hearty, substantial, and non-lean meal, Great Steak and Potato Company was a culinary paradise within the mall. This place didn't make dainty dishes, but was famous for half a pound of beef and a potato the size of your face, promising absolute fullness and satisfaction. Great Steak and Potato Company focused on hearty steak sandwiches and loaded baked potatoes with the best toppings. From thinly sliced fragrant beef to melted cheese and a variety of rich toppings. Each bite was an explosion of flavor, a perfect combination of savory, rich, and crispy textures. It provided comfort food that always hit the spot, an excellent choice for lunch or dinner when you needed a truly substantial meal to continue your shopping journey. Although it has disappeared from many malls, the strong flavor and generosity of Great Steak and Potato Company remain a memorable culinary memory. Brighams Ice Cream. Born in Massachusetts and spread throughout New England, Brighams Ice Cream carried a classic feel and a sweeter, slower experience that few modern ice cream parlors could replicate. This place didn't just sell ice cream. It sold a piece of history, a slice of childhood where everything seemed to slow down so you could savor every sweet moment. Recall those thick milkshakes, towering sundaes with rich whipped cream, and scoops of rich, smooth ice cream melting in your mouth. It was a traditional ice cream enjoyment, where you sat back in plush upholstered chairs, chatted with friends and family, and let the sweetness soothe your soul. However, as the frozen yogurt boom accelerated in the 90s and grab-and-go replaced leisurely indulgence, Brighams gradually faded and disappeared. Nevertheless, the memory of Brighams classic ice cream remains a cherished part of traditional ice cream fans' hearts. Howard Johnson's Express.
What do you want for dinner tonight?
What's new under the orange roof? What's new at Howard Johnson's?
Howard Johnson's offers a wide variety for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Howard Johnson's Express, though just a smaller version of the famous restaurant chain, best known for its roadside locations and lodges. A bright orange sign, chrome stools, the sizzle of a burger next to a scoop of ice cream. That was Howard Johnson's Express, a slice of classic Americana right in the heart of the mall. This place felt as if it belonged in a standoff Route 66, bringing a comfortable classic atmosphere reminiscent of long road trips and family vacations. Stepping into Howard Johnson's Express was like stepping into a time machine, where you could temporarily forget the noise of the modern world and immerse yourself in memories of road adventures. Their menu included classic American dishes like crispy fried clams, golden grilled cheese sandwiches, or towering banana splits with all sorts of toppings. Each dish evoked a story, a memory of carefree days. Although Howard Johnson's Express is no longer as popular as it once was, those who experienced it keep a warm little corner in their hearts, a place holding memories of a bygone America. Rack's Roast Beef.
great. Muy buena. Deliciosa. Es sabrosa.
Rack's roast beef, launched in the late 1960s, is remembered by many as Arby's quirky competitor, yet it offered a decidedly more relaxed and mature style. Some Rack's locations even featured unique solariums with lush greenery and abundant natural light, creating a peaceful cafe-like atmosphere completely different from other fast food restaurants, where you could enjoy your meal in a pleasant environment. Rack's menu not only included fragrant and juicy roast beef sandwiches, but also crispy curly fries, cool milkshakes, creamy baked potatoes, and even a full salad bar for those seeking healthier options, providing rare variety. This place was a unique blend of convenient fast food and comfortable space. Although the brand gradually faded later, stores slowly closed and the menu narrowed. Rack's remains a familiar name in the memories of those who loved uniqueness and relaxation in fast food, a special mark in the history of mall dining. If you could bring back an old restaurant, what name would you choose? Write it down so we can reminisce. Brittling Cafeterias. Originating in 1919 in Birmingham, Alabama, and named after H.G. Wells's novel, Brittling Cafeterias offered a distinctive style characterized by a slower, more personal method of service. This was not a place of haste, but where diners moved sequentially like clockwork, choosing hearty, home-cooked feeling dishes displayed on polished serving lines with friendly staff behind the glass. Brittling's philosophy was encapsulated in the slogan, "Good food is good health," and they lived up to that spirit by providing quality, nutritious, and wholesome meals. Each meal at Brittling was an experience of care and affection, where you not only ate your fill, but also felt a warmth from deep within. Although gradually disappearing in the 1980s, Brittling Cafeterias remains a symbol of dedication in dining, a place where food nourished not just the body, but also the soul. Peppermill Restaurant. Peppermill Restaurant offered a surprisingly luxurious dining experience right inside the mall, a place that served proper meals rather than rushed fast food, creating a significant and appealing distinction. With dim lighting and cozy upholstered chairs, it was a small oasis for you to rest after the mall's hustle and enjoy a leisurely, complete meal without being rushed. Upscale dishes like tender prime rib, fresh seafood platters, or hearty pasta were all prepared with refinement and meticulous care. It wasn't just a restaurant, but a refuge, a sophisticated little corner amidst the noise of the outside world, where you could find peace and class in every moment. However, as malls shifted to faster and more casual options, Peppermill Restaurant also gradually disappeared, leaving memories of a culinary style that was once very valuable and unforgettable, a lament for lost luxury. ChickfilA Dwarf House. Before ChickfilA became the fast food giant it is today, there was a smaller nostalgic version called ChickfilA Dwarf House, described as a legendary Southern experience in mall food courts. This was not just a place to eat, but a memory, a special imprint of Southern culinary culture. Its unique and memorable feature was a miniature version of the original restaurant, sometimes even with a small door for kids to enter, opening up a magical world for children. The Dwarf House menu not only offered Chick-fil-A's classic chicken sandwich, but also served traditional Southern dishes like rich cornbread and hearty collard greens, bringing the taste of a family meal. As larger Chick-fil-A locations dominated the market, Dwarf House became rarer, but those who once stepped through that small door will forever cherish the image of a warm South and rich chicken flavor in their hearts. Dalton Cafe. For book and coffee lovers, Dalton Cafe was a true hidden gem, a peaceful oasis amidst the mall's hustle, where knowledge and flavor intertwined. This was a cozy retreat located right inside the Dalton bookstore inviting you to sit down with a brand new book, a fragrant cup of coffee, and a soft pastry, surrounded by the scent of new books and freshly brewed coffee. A combination for the finest senses. Dalton Cafe was not just a coffee shop, it was a spiritual sanctuary, a place where you could escape the outside world and immerse yourself in stories and ideas. The feeling of sipping a hot cup of coffee among towering bookshelves, turning each new page, was an experience book lovers yearned for. Unfortunately, with the rise of larger bookstores and especially digital reading, Dalton and its cozy cafes gradually disappeared, leaving behind nostalgia for a time when books and coffee were indispensable companions. Ponderosa Steakhouse.
Get away to Ponderosa these days and get away with a lot.
All this.
If you were looking for a hearty family-style meal at an affordable price right in the mall, Ponderosa Steakhouse was the name to remember. This casual steakhouse style stood out with its legendary all-you-can-eat buffet, where you could indulge freely without worrying about the price or quantity of food. Imagine a buffet counter brimming with smooth mashed potatoes, fresh green beans, creamy macaroni and cheese, and juicy steaks grilled to order. Ponderosa not only provided a hearty meal, but also offered the convenience and cozy feeling of a family dinner. It was a place where you could gather with friends and family, enjoy your favorite dishes without having to worry about ordering or waiting too long. However, as food court dining options shifted to faster, less filling choices, Ponderosa Steakhouse began to disappear, leaving a nostalgia for abundant buffets and warm family moments gone by. Cafe Court Cafeterias. Cafe Court Cafeterias was not a specific restaurant chain, but it was an essential part of the mall dining landscape in bygone years, a type of eatery that became a symbol of convenience and a family feeling. This place offered a full range of home-style comfort foods served in a traditional cafeteria style, where you could choose each favorite dish and place it on your tray. Every meal at Cafe Court Cafeterias brought a feeling of eating at home or at family gatherings, with familiar, warm, and flavorful dishes reminiscent of a home-cooked meal. The space was simple, utilitarian, yet filled with laughter and stories, creating an intimate, familiar atmosphere. However, as malls focused on fast food and trendier establishments, these Cafe Court Cafeterias gradually disappeared, leaving behind nostalgia for a simple yet meaningful dining style, where comfort and coziness were always prioritized. These restaurants may have disappeared from malls, but their memories live on in our souls, where every meal was a moment of love, simplicity, and abundant laughter. It wasn't just about eating. It was a lesson about the value of connection and the feeling of belonging that once existed in every small corner of life. Do you still remember any flavors? Share them in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay with us. And if you love nostalgia, explore more videos about items, memories, and brands that were once a part of your childhood.